Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe they told me that I would never make it? Now we smiling in their faces, smiling in their faces.
When you're a back-to-back MVP, you start to look at the quality of the guy's prime compared to all-time greats, right?
Yes, but
I'm saying that the quality of Shea's prime so far is much more similar to me to like Steve Nash's prime than it is to Kobe Bryant's.
But can you at least wait?
Message.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tyler Rose TV. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the content and hit the bell. There's been a lot of talk and speculation that's been nonsense, and it's been regarding one Kobe Bryant being compared to SGA. Now, I understand that SGA is actually a big Kobe fan. I think I seen a video of him even saying Kobe was Michael Jordan on steroids as far as skill set. So I respect that SGA admires Kobe and can appreciate what he brought to the game of basketball. But when comparing them two, there's not a comparison. And I'll explain to you why a little bit later. But Max Kellerman was on his podcast with Rich Paul, who I'm not a fan of. And he was kind of just explaining the difference between SGA and Kobe. And he even went on to say that SGA's prime is more like Steve Nash's MVPs, and that it wasn't on the height of Kobe. And I think it's very true. I also want to kind of just point out real quick, guys, that watching Kobe Bryant play and watching SGA play is a night and day difference. I was there to watch both of their careers. I'm telling you right now, there was a different chatter in the city when Kobe was coming to your city to play. Just like when AI was coming to your city, like you knew they were gonna come and bust your team's butt. Like they're coming out to kill your team, and it was box office. Like it wasn't it's just a regular game. Like right now we're watching the NBA. It's a regular season game, and SGA is coming to your city. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. When Kobe came during the regular season to your city, people were like, "Yo, this dude might drop 50 tonight," and he's not gonna back down at all. Like, there's a difference of energy when Kobe came to your city. So if you're new to the channel, what we're going to do is run a clip. So hit that subscribe, hit the bell if you're new, and let's get into today's video.
Shea is more efficient than Kobe ever was. There will be an argument by the analytics types if Shea continues this, that he's a greater player than Kobe was, for example. But people who lived through both eras will know that's not true. You know what? Shea is a modern player who, to his credit, has gamed the system very well. He's using the rules to his advantage, as he should. He's a champion, and he's now a two-time MVP. That's not what Kobe did, though. Kobe just played ball at the highest possible level. He wasn't looking to get anything. It wasn't kind of a parlor trick in terms of he has this one thing he can do that can get him to the line. People who lived through both eras will know you cannot compare the one to the other.
But isn't that just the way the game is played today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it's like.
You saw both guys play. Who's a greater player?
Kobe.
At their best?
Kobe.
Do you if you think about Kobe at his best, think about Shea right now. The numbers will wind up saying that Shea is greater.
But I'm also I'm not comparing.
Would you really believe
I'm not
that?
comparing Shea to Kobe. I think Shea is First of all, I think Shea is a great player for his time. The thing I don't like is we always have to take this guy's moment. Shea is having his moment. Let Shea have his moment. Yeah, Shea, by the way, when he came in, he was the 12th pick in the draft.
Yep.
When he went to Kentucky, hell, he wasn't even starting to begin with. I mean, so now he gets traded. Everyone's thinking like, oh, it was a great trade for the Clippers. Meanwhile, he gets the last laugh because he's a champion. And
worst trade of all time, maybe in any sport.
And a back-to-back MVP.
Yep.
I'm not about to take Shea's moment, which is what we do on all these shows, which I don't agree with, and turn
Comparison
it into...
is the thief of joy.
I told you that. Now you're going to take what
I'm
Max.
quoting you to
Okay.
you.
Well, you
I'm
have to say
summarizing
that.
what you're
where
saying.
You got that from?
I am saying that's what you say.
Okay.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes, they are. So what I'm saying is Shea just won an MVP again.
Yeah.
Back to back.
But it makes me think when you're a back-to-back MVP, you start to look at the quality of the guy's prime compared to all-time greats, right?
Yes, but
I'm saying that the quality of Shea's prime so far is much more similar to me to like Steve Nash's prime than it is to Kobe Bryant.
But can you at least wait?
Max Kellerman, shout out to Max Kellerman. Sometimes I don't agree with him as of lately, but he hit this right on the money. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that Steve Nash is a better scorer than SGA, because obviously SGA is averaging like in the 30s. But that is exactly what it feels like. It feels like these back-to-back MVPs. It feels like the Steve Nash MVPs, where there's guys like Jokic who are averaging a triple-double. There's guys who are, if they're not there for their team, they're not winning. SGA in game 1 against the Spurs, the dude didn't have a great shooting night. I believe he was like 6 for 20 something. Like, SGA can have an off night, and some dude that they drafted that I have no freaking idea who the hell his name is can come off the bench and score 30 points. Like, that team is the deepest team that I've ever seen in NBA history. Like, I watched basketball for a long time. I have not seen a team as deep as this Oklahoma City Thunder team is. Now, I'm not taking that away from him, but I will tell you this. Watching SGA is not a box office opportunity to watch greatness. Watching Victor Wembanyama sometimes is. It's getting to that point. When you watch Kobe play, it is box office. You knew you were going to get something that you've never seen before. And every game, this dude would do something incredible. Left it all on the line. People are complaining. I've never seen people complain about a player and flopping as much as SGA. He's ruining the product of basketball. So, skill aside, just what you brought to the game. SGA has brought a more negative effect on the NBA than a positive effect. You could never mention that when Kobe was playing. Number 2, the way and the style of this era is not comparable at all to the 2000s. SGA in the 2000s wouldn't last. Kobe in this era would average 40 points a game. Easily. He averaged 35 when teams were averaging like 96 points a game. This era is 5 out. There's no big man. Can you imagine Kobe getting the ball on the mid block and there's no help behind him? There's no Dwight Howard, there's no David Robinson and Tim Duncan down in that lane. Can you imagine what he's doing to today's offense? SGA manipulated the game to a point where it becomes unwatchable for the fans. If SGA is playing at 10:30 on the Western time or East Coast Standard Time, and Kobe is playing at 10:30, I guarantee you that 99.9% of the fans are going to watch Kobe play, because he's not going to cheat the fans. He's going to show up, and he's more importantly going to put on a show. Take nothing away from what SGA is doing in this era. I kind of agree with Rich Paul. Comparison's a thief of joy. SGA, you're great in your own way, but there's levels to it. What Kobe, is doing is different, and I respect SGA because he even said it. Like I said, he said Kobe is Michael Jordan on steroids as far as skill. He gave him all his flowers. I love the players that show respect to who, pay homage and stuff to the people who inspired them to play basketball. You watch somebody in their prime, and you can tell who's the best player just by their eye test, not even by looking at stats. The efficiency, man, that can go out the door. Let's watch the game of basketball. Let's see how they affected the game. Let's see how they affected winning. SGA got a great team. You have some great seasons. But the Kobe talks, I know it ain't you making it. I know it's fans, it's media. And I'm not surprised, because it always seems to be, we're going to take shots at Kobe Bryant. Whenever we get a chance to do it, we're going to say this guy might be better than Kobe because he has back-to-back MVPs. Well, there's a lot of guys with more MVPs than Kobe. And it doesn't mean that they're better. You vote for it. If somebody can vote for it and it's the media, then I don't consider that a reason for you to be better than somebody. Like, even with, LeBron and Jordan and all these guys, Kareem, they have a lot of MVPs, but it's not just because you have an MVP doesn't mean you're better than somebody. I'm not taking away from any of the MVPs that they have, but those are things you vote on. But for me, the things you cannot take away is what you brought to the game. It's how many championships you won. It's how you dominated the postseason. It's how you showed up in big moments. Those things create great players, in my opinion. And I'm not looking at accolades as the only thing that separates somebody, because Shaq doesn't have more MVPs than Steve Nash or SGA. Kobe doesn't have more MVPs. So I'm not going to sit there and tell you that they're better players, because there's no way in hell that SGA is better than Kobe and Shaq. But he got more MVPs, and he got the same amount of MVPs as both of them combined. So I rest my case. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe like I said, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.